So I really want to apologize for how long this video has taken me to film. There's lots of very boring reasons for that I won't go into. But I'm here now and I'm ready to talk about the Worlds. So, hi, I'm Megan and welcome to the Figure Skating Heart. Well, let's jump right in. I really enjoyed this Worlds from top to bottom. Well, I enjoy every Worlds, but I find each year the competition has sort of its own personality and own feel to it, and I really enjoyed it this year. It felt like a bit of a weight lifted after the Olympics. I could relax a little bit more. Maybe the skiers felt that way too. I could enjoy it a little bit more. It was just the figure skating world again. And yeah, the Worlds in an Olympic year are always different because you're missing some of those top skaters. And it's, you know, it's sad and it's bittersweet, I guess. But then the sweet part is that skaters that didn't maybe get as much attention or were never able to sort of jump onto the podium, now it's sort of anybody's game, which was, it made it more exciting almost. I think I mostly missed, it was in the men's discipline. I really missed Patrick Chan and Daisuke Takahashi. They're two of my favorites. I've talked about them lots, you know that. But yeah, I don't know why. I just missed them more. In the other disciplines, I didn't miss the skaters that weren't there as much, but in the men's, I really missed those two. I don't know, they've been such key players for so many years, and you know, sometimes when you're watching a competition like the men's short or whatever, I'll be watching the skaters and enjoying them, but in my mind I always think, oh, I can't wait till, you know, Daisuke Takahashi skates, and you look forward to that favorite skater. And so when that favorite skater is not there, you keep forgetting, and it's like, well, where's Patrick Chan? Oh yeah. It's just hard. It's a hard transition, so. Not that I didn't enjoy the skaters that were there. The skater that sort of stood out to me in the men's was, I really took notice of, excuse how I pronounce this, Tatsuki Mashida's short program. I mean, I've seen him skate lots, but something about his short program this World's sort of really caught my attention, particularly his jumps. There's a certain type of jump in a certain way that a skater goes into there and lands, and just the whole thing, the chemistry of the whole jump or the whole package, if it's done in a certain way, it just gives you goosebumps, and his jumps were really doing that for me in his short program in particular. So I'm excited to see him in the next season. And of course, a favorite of mine who is still skating, yay, is oh my gosh, super handsome from Spain, Javier Fernandez. Yes, he is always so fun, always so charming on the ice, always has a really like bubbly, light personality, and he brought that to the competition. The pairs were a lovely competition, actually. The Germans were there, which was nice to see, and my favorite team, Megan Duhamel and Eric Radford, had an amazing competition. I loved their new costumes for the short program, and I mean, I've gone on, but I love that music that Eric composed. I love that short program, and I feel like they really gave it an amazing send-off and did it real justice. And it, you know, gave them the points that they deserve. And the long program was equally as impactful in sort of a different way and equally as well skated, and they ended up on the podium again. So yay for them, third place again, which is awesome. And it must be really nice. Like, one world medal is really awesome, but when you get two, you're sort of, you've got that track record now. So I think there's even more amazing things to come for those two. And also in the pairs, it was nice to see. It was, I mean, the Germans I've enjoyed watching over the years. I've never been a huge fan. I've admired their strengths and stuff like that, but I don't know. After that many years together, after that many years on the top, it was nice to see them go out on the top, especially after they had such a disappointing Olympics. It was nice to see them get that gold and go out with that wonderful memory, and it just sort of felt like, yeah, that's the way it should be. So I was happy to see that result. And you know, just sort of watch them knowing that I was not going to really see them again, but was able to just enjoy what they bring to the table. So my favorite, well, probably my favorite discipline of the whole competition was the women's. I feel like the ladies, particularly the short program, was, for me, the highlight of the whole competition. It was spectacular. It was riveting TV from start to finish. And the skaters that, the coverage that I watch on CBC, that we got to see, it was just one after the other were just amazing. In particular, it was just such a beautiful lineup. There was no skaters that I was thinking, oh, I wish they were here. They were all there. So it was really fabulous. Carolina Kostner was there, Mao Asada, Akiko Suzuki. Those three were just breathtaking. In the short program, Akiko had me crying. There's something about Akiko that her skating is so emotional to me. It touches me at such a, it touches me so much. And if I'm gonna cry, like good tears for any skater, it's gonna be Akiko. There's something about her skating that is very, very powerful and moving. And you know, this competition was no exception. It was just a dream to watch. It was so delightful and beautiful and lovely, and you know, everything you can say about it. I loved her so much. I love her so much. And oh man, I think she was really, and she seemed like she was really like moved and pleased with herself afterwards. And it's just so nice to see a skater after a long career like she's had to have that moment of, I don't know, fulfillment, satisfaction, putting out your absolute best. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful inside and out, and it's just, I love her skating so much, and I'm really going to miss her. And then there was Mao Asada, who is delightful in her own right, and man, I so admire her after her Olympic experience, particularly with the triple axel. You know, we all know what happened there in the short program in the Olympics. But then she has the guts, I mean, there's no other word for it, complete bravery and guts to stick with it when you're coming to the world, sort of in your last competition, potentially, maybe not. That would be awesome if it weren't. Just to have the guts to stick with that triple axel, to sort of say, you know what, this is the jump that I've trained a lot, and you know, and I'm going to continue trying to do it no matter what the stakes. And man, she did it, and it worked, and it was just so. I love the triple axel. I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but probably the triple axel is probably my favorite jump of all time. I love it more than the quads, and yeah, I just love the triple axel. And when Mao Asada does it, it's, you know, it's a moment to treasure. It's, you know, it's just beautiful, and her programs were beautiful, and I could just feel the support, because obviously the Worlds were in Japan. And her heart must just feel so much lighter having put that out there and shown her best, and you know, another world title for her. So that was wonderful. It was just, the whole thing was just wonderful to see. And then Karolina Kostner again with that astounding, stunning, what is the word? Otherworldly, heavenly short program of hers, which it's probably it is my favorite Karolina Kostner program of all time. And each time I've seen her skate it at the Olympics and here, it's just so beautiful. It's such a reverent moment. It's not the type of thing that makes you cry. It's the type of thing that makes you sort of in awe. It puts you in awe, and it's like a sparkling, it's like a special little moment all in itself, and you know, kind of thing where you don't hear a pin drop in the arena. It's just a hush, you know, they always say a hush fell over the crowd. Well, it does. And it's just, you can't help but just be mesmerized by her. It is so pure and beautiful, and let's see, I don't even like to put my mind towards what the women's category is going to look like next year, because most likely all three of those skaters won't be there. But let's not worry about that. Let's just focus on how wonderful it was and bask in those beautiful skates. So we're moving right along. Dance, I saved the dance for last because Kaitlyn Weaver and Andrew Pogue got a silver medal. I love them. You know I love them. I feel like this is just like my yearly recap of me saying how much I love everybody. But I was just rooting for them so much, and that was one of the discipline where, as much as I love Tessa and Scott, and I do, and Meryl and Charlie are admirable skaters, it was kind of nice to see the competition sort of open wide up, because it was just like gold is anybody's game. When was the last time it felt like this? Like silver is anybody's game. So yeah, I had my fingers crossed for Kaitlyn and Andrew the whole time. I kind of, you know, I'm sure like everyone did the math. When those top two teams retired, I thought, okay, Kaitlyn and Andrew can get right in there. And they must be excited about like kind of their time to shine. And Canadian, like even next year when they go to Canadians, they're the top ranked team and stuff. That's got to be pretty thrilling. So yeah, they laid down two amazing programs. I'm not going to go into each program because, you know, they've been super consistent all year, and both of those programs are completely stunning and exactly what they should be, and they won a silver medal, so I'm so happy for them. And the Italian team won the gold, and you know, they were sort of, I can really see a real rivalry developing between Kaitlyn and Andrew and the Italians, because they're such like an equally matched pairs. So yeah, it should be interesting. I kind of feel like, and maybe this is because I'm not a skater actually, but I feel like for Caitlin and Andrew when they won the silver. I was so happy for them, and I was like, yes, they got a world medal. That's awesome. And it was almost like, I'm almost glad they didn't get the gold. Wait, don't get mad. It's just, not that I'm glad they didn't get the gold, but I thought in my head, oh, that's, if I were them, I'd almost be happier with that, because your first world medal, but you still have something to reach towards, and next year you're not defending. You know, they always say there's nothing worse than having, or nothing harder than defending. And so I think I'd rather work my way up to the gold as opposed to just get it and then have to keep defending, and then anything after feels like a disappointment when it shouldn't be. So that's a little aside. But yeah, when they got the silver, I couldn't have been happier for them. So yay for them. Yeah, I guess that's everybody. I've covered it all. That was a short little Worlds recap for you. So the competitive season is over, but I am going to Stars on Ice at the end of April. So my next video will definitely be covering all of that. Stars on Ice is one of my favorite nights of the year. I love it so much, and I can't wait to share everything about it with you. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video through, and I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you next time. Bye!